Learning class from Baldwin Beauty Schools. I'm gonna let you guys do final or first roll call. Carmen Pacheco, hello. Hopefully you guys are ready to take a lot of notes today. We've got a lot to cover. Brenna, hi Brenna, hi Emily, hi Mabry, Cassie Graff, Kylie. So good to see you guys today. Lindy, Connie Ramos, Ava Mueller, Katie Foe, Chloe Long, Jessica, Cardenas, JoJo, Alexa Lazio, Sarina Tarina. I say y'all's names good now. Lila, hi Lila. Lauren Rivera, Lauren Garbedian, Barbie Ellison, Amber Crum, Tabitha Kelly, Miranda Hobbs, Yasmin Collin. Hi, you guys. Hello. So good to see you. Hey, Chandler, Carson, Jenna Estes, Herminia Hurtado, hi Gracie, Lindy Thornhill, Crystal Hartman, McKenna Klecka, Hannah Broadway, Promise Segal, Alina Frias. Love seeing all of you guys. There's my boy Miles. Hi Midian. How y'all doing? It's so good to see you guys. I got the 2 to 4, so y'all got me for a while. We're gonna learn. Hi Cassandra. Hi Allison. Hi Deja. Hey Molly. Taylor Campbell. Brianna Sanchez. Melissa Martinez. Destiny. What's up, girl? Yes, I'm so happy you guys are here. Okay, so while y'all are chiming in, I'm gonna do my this is my essential oil. This is the doTERRA brand. My friend in the whole wide world, my bestie, got me this one, and this is kind of when you have to order. And she ordered it. It's called the On Guard brand, so it's for protection, and it's the protective blend, and it has wild orange peel, clove bud, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary, and it smells so incredible, and I just absolutely love this one. So thank you, Kim. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Annalisa. Hi, Marina. All right. Hi, Jennifer Orr, Cassandra. As you guys go ahead and do your clocking in, and I say hello to you all. Hopefully nail techs are in the house. I hope I have a lot of nail techs. Estes, this is going to be fun for you too. In Cosmos, you need to learn this. So, yes, Brenna, I love that blend. It's like the best. So if you have sinus issues, if you need like protection in the air, bacteria, it's awesome. On Guard is the bomb, I know. Yes. Some of you already know about it. Hi, Aubrey. Hey. I feel like it's been a little while since I've been on, but I'm happy to be here tonight. So let's go ahead and grab pen and paper because we got a lot to cover. I'm going to attempt to write on the board for you guys, so hopefully we can get this done and done. This is going to be from your worksheet. It's going to be the nail diseases, disorders, and conditions. So in your email, you should have received that worksheet. If not, again, no worries. Just get pen and paper and write along with me. I'm going to put my little board up. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to move it closer so I can get a better length view of what I'm doing. I'll try my best to write big enough so everyone can see it. I write pretty big anyway, so it works in my favor to do this. All right. So if you guys have a hard time seeing, or just give me a shout out in the live chat. I'm going to try to go as fast and as slow as I can because we have a lot of terminology to learn. So those of you that are one of those people that have to write every single word, it's okay. I'm like that too. I want to get the full gist. But if you could do shorthand or just to take a picture and then make your own notes, that's going to be the easiest thing for you to do. Okay, so the first word, we're going to need the definition to. Is onychosis. And now text, hopefully you're going to chime in. Feel free to go in the live chat. And I'm going to write the definition for onychosis. And that is any disease, disorder, or condition of the nail. Okay, so if you see that word oni, we're going to do the definition of onyx. But onychosis is any disease, disorder, or condition of nails, fingernails, toenails, nails in general. Okay, so anytime you talk about an onychosis, it could be something contagious or non-contagious. That word oni, okay, the word onyx is the technical term for the nail. I'm going to write that here. Term for nail, or the technical term for nail. You don't have to write that. It's in the book, if you have your book. So you're going to see a lot of words that have O-N-Y. A lot of the diseases, a lot of the disorders, a lot of the conditions will have O-N-Y and then another word after it. Some of them won't, but most of them do. So make sure that you have the correct definitions as you go. All right? So onychosis, any disease, disorder, or condition of the nails. Onyx is a technical term for nails. Next word you need, or you have on your sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and write number 1 is onyx. Term for nail. Number 2 is etiology. Etiology is the cause of a disease, disorder, or condition. So cause of disease, disorder, or condition. So there are several categories that you have to think about whenever, and that's a G, when you're dealing with nails. A disease, you want to know the difference between a disease, a disorder, and a condition, because we deal with all three. You need to know that if someone has pain or swelling or pus present, that's bacteria, so that's an infection. So you need to know the difference between that and someone maybe smashing their finger in a door or something like that, and know how to treat each. So there are 3 categories. There are nail diseases, nail disorders, and nail conditions. And we need to learn the difference between all 3. All right, but etiology is the cause. So it could be systemic, it could be from injury. We're going to learn all of that later. All right, and number 3 is irregularity. Got 2 R's? Hold on. Sorry. Irregularity or irregularities in the nail, the definition for that one is going to be a group of conditions that affect the appearance. So conditions that affect the appearance of the nail. Oh, I'll hold it up a little bit more. So some of the conditions that might affect the appearance of a nail is an injury. Okay, Or maybe there is some kind of chemical reason. Maybe you work with chemicals. So that could mean you could have some kind of disorder that abrades the nail because of harsh chemicals. Can y'all see that? Hopefully you can. I'll try not to write solo next time. So 1 is onyx, term for nail. 2, etiology, cause of disease, disorder, or condition. Irregularity is the definition, conditions that affect the appearance. So if you see a nail with irregularities in it, if it's one of those nail traumas, that you'll know the difference. And you're going to be able to see some of the pictures, hopefully, when you have your textbooks. If you have your textbooks, you can refer to those. So again, we categorize, there's 3 facets or 3 branches. There are nail diseases, and we're going to go over those right now. So number 4, I'm going to go ahead and just, these are considered nail diseases. So we're going to take off on number 4. So number 1 was onyx, 2 was etiology, 3, irregularity, 4 is onychomycosis or comycosis. Comycosis. I think it's onychomycosis, mycosis. And this actually is a nail disease. So that means it can be spread. It's an invasion of the skin or nail tissues by an agent like bacteria, so it's contagious. You don't want to treat a nail disease, you want to refer it to a physician. So if you want to write in parentheses somewhere on your sheet, refer to a physician. We do not treat nail diseases. Even nail techs are not allowed to treat nail diseases. They must all be referred to a physician. So just remember that nail disease is an invasion of the nail tissues or the skin by bacteria or fungus. And that's the number 1. And it's spread by contact. So you touch someone's feet, you have it on your nail, you can spread it. The first one is onychomycosis, and this is ringworm of the nail. And I know nail techs are like, oh yes. And this is actually the ringworm that's trapped underneath the nail plate. And it is very, very contagious. It is actually a fungus. So if you want to write in parentheses, that's what it is. And it's spread. It's communicable. Number 5 is Tinea manis. Okay, tinea is Latin, or not Latin. Manus is Latin for hand, but tinea is the technical term for ringworm. So if you want to put ringworm in parentheses, tinea manis, it's ringworm of the hand. And so that's not going to be the nail, that's actually going to be the hand. So ringworm, very contagious again. So anytime you see the word tinea, you know that it's a parasite. It's a ringworm. So it lives, it spreads. It's basically something that you need to treat. So don't let it go untreated. Okay, so those of you that have pets, make sure that you're checking your kids, if you have kids or your family or yourself. If you have an itchy red little ring of blisters, it's probably going to be one of those. All right, let me look at what my students are saying. On the hand, yes. These words Estes will need to know for state board. Yes, Rihanna, yes. All of these definitions are going to be on your state board written, especially for nail technicians and cosmetologists. You will have a portion of the test, maybe a couple of questions that have to do with diseases and disorders of the nail, of the scalp, of the skin. So make sure that in these classes that you're really getting the definitions. All right, so I'm going to erase and I'm going to number 6, and we're still talking about nail diseases. Number 6 is Tinea pedis. So if manus is hand, pedis is nail tucks, sound off. Tinea pedis. Let me see. I'm not writing until I see it. Yes. Carmen Pacheco. So that's going to be, there's that word tinea again. Ringworm of feet. Anybody know what this is called? What the little technical term is called what? Somebody put it up? Athlete's foot, yes. Why they call it athlete's foot? Athletes have rough feet, but this is actually a very nasty little parasite that can cause a lot of problems to your feet if left untreated. It's often caused by a parasite that enters the skin. Usually it's traveled through shoes. So if you have shoes that are damp or wet and you wear them over and over, or if you go into a dirty shower and you have already openings in your feet, the bottom of your feet, which most of us do, then this is just a little bacteria waiting to enter that opening. Okay, so that was number Tinea pedis was number 6. Sorry. All right, ringworm of the foot. Number 7. I don't think I have enough room to write. I'm gonna go ahead and erase. It's Paramecia. Paramecia. It's often called felon. Okay. Paramecia is an infection of the tissue surrounding the nail. Infection of the tissue excuse my surrounding now. And it's not the cuticle. Number 7. It's not the cuticle, it's actually the skin. And it's a bacterial infection, and it really and truly can cause a lot of damage. And the reason why it's called felon is because it spreads very quickly, and it can spread to the rest of the finger. I don't know if you've ever had something get under the cuticle of your nail and cause an infection, but that happens. A lot of hairstylists have that. Sometimes nail techs can have it too, because they work with chemicals. Sometimes if you don't wear gloves, you can have that happen where, some residue of a chemical gets under or traps itself between your cuticle and your skin. Pretty painful. Paramecia. Number 8 is called or pronounced onychoptosis. There's that word oni again. Onychoptosis is a periodic shedding of one or more nails. What does that mean, periodic? That means the nails shed and then they grow back, and then they shed and they grow back. And this can happen on the toes as well. I think the cause is systemic, if you look in your book. But that's the definition of onychoptosis. And it's pronounced cop, not chop with chop. You can pronounce it anyway. The periodic shedding of the nail usually indicates some kind of reaction to medication or a health issue, systemic. Nail techs, chime in. Yes, periodic shedding of one or more nails. Help with the chemical on our nails. Yes, Victoria Pierce. Do the layers of the nail shed like the whole nail plate? Though actually in this one, good question, Victoria. In this one, the entire nail sheds. It falls off, but then it regrows and then it falls off. So this is one of those diseases that need to be addressed by a podiatrist or a doctor. This is not something we as nail techs and cosmetologists can treat. So if you have someone who has a nail, like if the nail is coming off and they want you to just take it off, you can't do that. You have to actually have it surgically removed. All right, we're number 9. And you guys, we have 25 of these. So I'm gonna make this as fun as I can. So number 9, actually I got number 9 and 10. So I know that 9 is Onychia. Or Onychia. It's Onychia. All right. And the definition is inflammation of the nail matrix. Matrix, like you learned with Alana's class this morning, is considered where everything happens. It's often termed as the mother of the nail. Where growth occurs. It produces and nourishes the actual nail plate and all of that. If the matrix is damaged, if you smash your finger and damage the matrix, sometimes the nail will regrow, but it will be a malformed nail, or sometimes it won't grow at all, depending on how bad the damage is. So onychia is actually a bacterial infection that occurs in the matrix. And the matrix is actually located just below the lanula, like in the very tip of your finger. So if you happen to damage your matrix, it's going to affect the nail growth. Okay? And inflammation, whenever you see that word, that usually means infection. All right, I'm going to erase. I'm just going to do one at a time. That way it'll be easier to read. So we're still at diseases. Number 10 is Annika Trofeo. Annika Trofeo. It's the wasting away of the nail. It's also called atrophy. So I want you to write that in parentheses. And it's wasting away of the nail. And when you think about wasting away, that means like a disintegration of the nail plate. Okay, so what happens is with Annika Trofeo, there's something that attributes to that. It could be systemic, environmental, but what happens is the nail that does not produce enough cells or enough blood supply for that nail to grow. And so over time, it just becomes skin, like a hardened skin that does not have a nail plate. It could be caused by harsh chemicals. It could be caused by a lot of things. But it's the wasting away of the nail, atrophy. And that's another term you learned with anatomy, like atrophy of the muscles means they just over time stop working and stop growing. And so that's the same. What are y'all saying? Kimberly Root, it's always a good idea to examine the hand. Yes, always do it with gloves. You guys are going to be so happy to know that gloves are going to become a thing of the future that we're all going to have to adhere to, especially when you're dealing with this right here. So I hope I'm helping all of the people who get pedicures, do pedicures. This is my mission for you guys. This is a very, very important part of our beautification, so it's important. All right, so number 10, are we at 10? Yes. Oh, wait, we did 10 already. Okay. We're at 11. We're going too fast. Number 11 is going to be Annika Lysis. This is loosening or separation of the nail plate. A loosening or separation of the nail plate. The nail doesn't actually fall off. It doesn't shed. It stays attached, but it's loose. So parts of the skin underneath are not attached to the actual plate, which is the top of the nail. I'm looking at you guys today. Yes. Systemic disease. Yes, it's caused by systemic disease. And really and truly, you guys, I've seen a lot more of this condition on people's feet from like women wearing tight shoes or people wearing tight shoes where the nail plate loosens because of the pressure of what's the nail being pushed back. But this is a very, very common condition, more so on the feet than the hands that I've seen. So it's pronounced Annika Lysis. That's number 11. All right. And that's our last nail disease. Now remember, some of the conditions and disorders could be caused by disease, so you want to make sure that you are understanding that if there are certain problems present with the nails, you don't want to proceed with any kind of service. All right? So I'm going to erase this one, and we're going to go into disorders. Yes, Marie said it's very important to wear shoes that are not too tight. Yes, but the nail is already growing. When is it going to fall off? What are you talking about, Destiny? I don't understand. All right. Okay, so now we're going to go into the nail disorders. Nail disorders are not contagious. They are disorders. This is a group of conditions that affect the appearance of the fingernails and toenails. They're like abnormalities. They're not necessarily painful. Sometimes they can be left untreated, but these are the disorders that we can treat in a salon, but we have to do it with care, and we have to be really, really cautious and pay attention to the degree of the disorders. So the first one, and this is going to be number 12, is blue nails. Number 12 is blue nails, and these nails appear bluish in color. And is a sign of poor circulation in the fingers or hands. Sometimes it can happen in the feet too, but it's really a sign. Sometimes a heart condition will cause blue nails for whatever reason that person has um, some kind of circulation issue. And usually someone with blue nails will have very, very cold hands all the time or cold feet. So that might be a sign of poor circulation, maybe anemia, right? So you guys got number 12. Let's go ahead and go to number 13. And that, I wish I could like look at y'all's live chat while I'm writing, but I can't. I'm gonna turn though. Jessie G, yellowing of the nails mean? What does yellowing of the nails mean? Yellowing of the nails could be a lot of things, Jazzy. It just depends. Sometimes people who have a disease or maybe chemotherapy, or sometimes smokers will have yellow nails. It just depends. Nail polish can cause that if you don't use a base coat. There's a lot of different reasons for that. Okay, so now we're at number 13, and that's going to be corrugations. Corrugations. And corrugations are horizontal wavy ridges across the nail. Horizontal wavy ridges across the nail. Can anyone tell me? Nail techs, you probably know. Oh, gotta learn how to write. What causes this? Those are the same as, well, let me see. Let me put my glasses on. Hold on. Okay, horizontal wavy ridges across the nail. What are they caused by though? Injury related? Yes, they can be. Where the matrix was injured. Absolutely right, Brenna. There's another environmental cause, systemic. They could be caused by maybe having nail refills. Sometimes whenever you take your nails off after you've had refills on acrylic nails, lots of different reasons. Yes, systemic, yes. Nutrition deficiency, yes, Lauren. Uneven growth, yay. Yeah, you guys are good. Okay. And you guys, you know, they make ridge fillers for corrugation. So if you have a client or someone that has like wavy ridges and their nails are bumpiness, you can get what's called a ridge filler. And what that does is it's a thicker kind of coating for like a primer, and that kind of fills in those ridges so the nail polish goes on a little more smoothly. All right. So let's go to 14. 14 is Coleonychia. Or Coleonychia. It's pronounced different ways, just depending on where you're from, because I was like, I want to pronounce it. Coleonychia, the disorder is a concave shaped. These are hollow nails, actually. So I'm going to write that down because the nails are really hollow. These are hollow nails with a concave shape. They're often referred to as spoon nails. It's a sign of anemia or some kind of systemic something. But a lot of people who have this disorder, remember, it's not contagious, so you can still service Coleonychia. Yes, systemic spoon nails, aka concave shape. Very good. Spoon nails with a concave. All right. This is a very, very common disorder. Again, I've seen a lot of people with this disorder. But the word hollow, when I say hollow nails, I don't mean like in the concave shape of it. The nail itself is actually hollow because it's very, very thin and fine, so it doesn't grow out very long. So if you have someone with this disorder, naturally their nails won't grow out, and you don't want to trim them too close. You want to give them a little bit of a free edge and file the rest, but it's a very common condition. All right, number 15 is furrows. These are different kinds of lines that are found in the nails. These are vertical lines. So these are indented vertical lines. Down the nail plate. Number 15 is furrows, indented vertical lines down the nail plate. So remember, you have corrugations, which are horizontal, and furrows, which are vertical. Horizontal is across, vertical is up and down. Yes, perfect. You guys really did your homework. I'm so proud. And for those of you that didn't, make sure you're writing all of this down. Okay, so that was number 15 of furrows. The next one is Annika Trofeo or Trofeo. I'm going to spell it the way it is in the book, but it's spelled two different ways. This is Annika Trofeo, Osis. And this is a nail disorder that's also known as ram's horn nail, because it looks like a ram's horn. And what it is it is a nail disorder that causes one side of the nail to grow faster than the other, and it's a thickening of the nail plate. So we're just going to put thickening of the nail plate. Number 16. I'm looking at what y'all are seeing. Brenna, increased thickness and curving. Yes, the curvature of the nail, once it thickens, it does have an increased curvature. I've seen it a lot in like elderly people with disorders. But again, it's a disorder. You can treat it. And usually they have drills. Some nail technicians will have a drill for this disorder so they can drill a lot of the excess off. But this nail tends to be brittle sometimes. You gotta be really careful because with the thickness, there's a lack of sebum that's able to enter the nail plates and keep it nice and smooth. So it could be a bit crumbly if you're not careful. So number 17 is Annika Trofeo, which is going to sound almost like the one I just wrote to you. Cryptosis. Okay, Annika Trofeo. Number 16 was Annika Lysis. Annika Trofeo is a condition in which the corner of the toenail grows into the flesh. It's also called ingrown nails. So I'm going to put ingrown up here. These are very painful and can sometimes turn into something worse. So a nail disorder that causes, onychocryptosis, a condition in which the corner, my bad, I'm looking at the wrong definition. A condition in which the corner of the toenail, usually on the toenail, grows into the flesh. I'll raise it up so y'all can see. Let's see that. That's number 17. Ingrown toenails. Sometimes you have to have them surgically removed, just depending on how bad they get. Usually, if you just kind of cut your toenails and make sure keep them filed and nice and neat, you don't have to worry about an ingrown. But for some people, again, I kind of attribute it to like really tight shoes. You can have a situation turn into an ingrown toenail. All right, let's go to number 18. Melanin Akia. Whenever you see the word melanin, you know that means pigment. Melanin Akia is a brown or black pigmentation of the nail. So we call it a darkening of the nails, or kind of a form of hyperpigmentation. Sometimes us colorists who don't wear gloves get Melanin Akia. No, actually that is produced inside. That's on the outside. But Melanin Akia, anytime you see the word melanin or hypomelanonikia, means an increased deposit or an increased saturation of pigment. So it's darkening of the nails. Okay. Next nail disorder, I think, is that the last of the nail disorders? Let's see. No, we've got a few more to go over. Condition. All right, we're at number 19. Onychocsis. Anybody know what that is? Onychocsis. It's a disorder that causes the fingernails and toenails to grow abnormally. It's also called hypertrophy. Hypertrophy. And we're just going to call this excessive nail growth, or yeah. Onychocsis, it's actually a thickening too of the nail. So onychosis is also called hypertrophy. And let's go ahead and add thickening of the nail plate. Because if it's going to grow extra fast, it's going to also be thickening. It's going to also be like a hypertrophy. It's going to produce a lot more nail plates. Can any one of your wonderful nail techs let me know what causes that? Can y'all look in your books and tell me what causes hypertrophy or onychosis? Thickening of the nail plate. Let's see. Yes, abnormal growth, thickening of the nail plate. Okay. What causes that? I'm just curious. Thickening of the nail plate. What causes onychosis? Nail techs, sound off. Sound off, nail techs. Injury, okay. Injury to the nail. Injury, it's systemic. Okay. Miss Gracie says it's systemic. It is, it definitely is, because if your nail is growing abnormally, you know that it's something that's a disorder, so it is systemic. Very good. Injury or systemic. Okay. Yes. All right. So are we ready for number 20? We're getting through these pretty quickly, you guys. Do y'all need a break? Should I give y'all a little break before I do some more? Y'all need a little short break? Okay. Systemic, Jessica, systemic means it is something that is in you. It is some kind of process that goes through your bloodstream, through you, systemic illness. It's either viral or something in your system. So y'all don't need a break? Oh, keep it going? Okay. No break? Okay, y'all sure? Okay. All right. No break then. Let's just power through. I know y'all got stuff to do today. All right. So we did onychosis, the number 20. We're almost done, you guys. That's why y'all want a break. Okay, so number 20 is ab nails. Ag nails. What's another term for ag nails? Y'all know what they are. And they're actually not nails. Actually, like the part of your cuticle that splits. It gets cracked and it splits and it really, really hurts sometimes. Okay? So it's a split or tear in the cuticle. Split or tear in the cuticle. Dead skin, not necessarily dead, because your cuticle is non-living tissue and the skin behind that is living. So whenever you cut your cuticle, it's actually like extra skin, but sometimes when you tear it or it's split, maybe due to harsh detergents or something, it can crack and slide into that living tissue, which is actually what hurts. So your cuticle is kind of like a caulking for your nails to keep bacteria from sliding underneath and infecting the matrix or the nail plate. All right, very good. Number 21. And we're still on, are we on conditions yet? I think, wait. Yeah, I think we are at conditions now. All right. Just keep writing, you guys. Write number 21. I didn't write it. A bruised nail. Most of you know what this is. If you've ever had one, it's not a fun thing. Okay, a bruised nail is a condition in which a clot of blood forms under the nail plate. It's caused by injury. So we're going to put a clot of blood that forms under the nail plate. due to injury. Injury. You don't have to write every single word again, just kind of shorthand it. Okay. Oh, wait, 20 was the start of nail conditions. Hold on. Did I miss some? Let's see. Yes, you're right. Okay. So nail diseases were 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Nail disorders were 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, and 19. And then nail conditions are these. Yes. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Sorry, guys. I got it mixed up. My notes are a little, yeah. So you can just write these out and get the definition. So we're number 21, and number 22 is leukonychia. Leukonychia is a medical term for white spots, or they're also called milk spots. This is just a discoloration that appears on nails, sometimes from a small separation. So you could put white spots, or discoloration. Sometimes you can get these, like if you're cleaning and you bump your nail, sometimes that little separation from the nail bed with your nail can cause those. Sometimes you can just have them normally, even without injury. So. Number 22. Number 23. Is pronounced pterygium. The P is silent. Sorry, that's a T. Pterygum. Pterygium is a nail abnormality that occurs when the nail fold fuses with the nail bed. It's also called forward growth of the cuticle. It's a nail abnormality when the nail fold fuses with the nail bed. With a nail bed. It's also called sticky cuticle if you want to write that down. So again, with this one, you want to use caution and care if you're performing any kind of service on this disorder. Depending on how severe it is, you don't want to really do a whole lot of treatment to this particular disorder, because sometimes if it's excessive, then that means you're dealing with living skin that's attached. Okay, number 24. And I should put conditions. I changed that. So these are nail conditions. So remember, you guys, the nail conditions are, I did not number them, but the nail conditions are going to be 20 through 25. So if you want to change that, because I had diseases up. Sorry about that. So these are your nail conditions. All right. And pterygium was number 23. 24 is onychophagy. Or onychophagy. Okay, I think it's a soft G. This is an oral compulsive habit of biting your nails. I'm going to put bitten nails. Nail biting. And most people who have a compulsive habit are people who are used to doing something with their mouth. Sometimes nail biting can be like a calming, soothing way to alleviate anxiety for some people, like if they're not eating or if they're not smoking. Or you notice that people who have an oral fixation usually bite their nails. Bitten nails is just a nervous condition too. It can signify other things, but onychophagy, you can tell someone who bites their nails. Their nails are very, very, really tiny and almost shrunken. There's no nail plate, no free edge. Yeah. Right? And they also make no bite. So if you're one of those people that bite your nails a lot, they have this nasty polish you can put on them to keep from biting your nails. And it's called no bite. It's supposed to be bitter. I don't know. Yes, I know. All right, are y'all ready for the last one? Let's see. Number 25. 25 is onychorexis. Onychorexis, a condition that causes vertical ridges to form on the fingernails. This is split or brittle nails. Okay, so these nails split / brittle nail plates. And sometimes this can be caused by poor filing. Whenever you file or back and forth vigorously with a very coarse grit of a nail file, you sometimes will shake up those plates because the nail is made of very thin plates that are tightly packed together. So when you shake up those plates and loosen them, you can end up having nails that peel or split or brittle. It's hard for people who do hair and chemicals to have this condition. Sometimes nail techs have this condition because you guys are in chemicals, but this can be a really, really treatable condition if you do regular manicuring, maybe a paraffin wax treatment, a hot oil treatment for your nails. It's just a split and brittleness that happens to the nails. So maybe a warm lotion manicure, something like that to alleviate the situation. All right. Before I let you guys go, I want to go over the 6 signs of infection. I know that it's, let's see, it's 3 o'clock. You guys will be able to turn this in. Hopefully you'll be able to turn it in. I'll give you the rest of the time to work on it. So I'll just leave the live on and you can fill in that worksheet I will go over the 6 signs of infection before that. So if you guys want to just write this down, and this is anything that you notice. Some of you nail techs already know the 6 signs of infection. So I'm going to ask you to tell me, and there's 6 of them. You probably have more, but I'm going to have y'all sound off, and I'm going to read y'all's answers. So I'm going to go to number 1 through 6, and we're going to write those down. You're welcome, Lauren. You hate looking at bitten nails. I do too. I think they just look, I don't know, it's unhealthy to have some bitten nails that are just completely chewed off. And most of the time, people chew their skin too. So nail tech sound off, according to your books. Very good. I see redness. Ooh, gotta learn how to spell, girl. Redness. What else? Okay, I see pus, fever, 3. What else? Redness, pus, pimples, fever. Foul odor? No, not a foul odor. Pus, swelling, fever, throbbing. Yes, swelling, number 4. Come on, y'all gotta give me the rest of them. I don't see. Heat, swelling, I got swelling, not a foul odor. Inflammation, very good. I'm gonna put that one right here. So that's number 5. What's number 6? Somebody give it to me. Pain, yes. Pain. Y'all did good. Okay, 6 signs of infection. There they are right there. That's inflammation is number 5. Anytime you encounter, that's pain at number 6. Anytime you encounter any of these when you're dealing with someone, whether it's skin care, hair care, nail care, anybody possessing any of these, especially a fever, that's usually a bad sign. So they need to be referred to a professional. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is make sure everybody has completed their worksheet. So I'm going to sit down and answer y'all's questions if y'all have any. Those of you that were late, again, just rewind. Make sure that you get the notes. I'm going to leave the live on so that you guys can get your full-time inflammation. Discoloration, yes. Miriam, discoloration can also be a sign of something, like bruised blood under the skin. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Connie. You like my handwriting? Oh, y'all are so sweet. I try to write big. I write big just because I write big anyway. You guys are going to send these to, I believe Molly is going to take care of those for you. But if not, I'll type that in. I'm going to check my phone in just a minute. So, yes, I'm going to come back at 4 o'clock for roll call. What I'm going to do is just leave this going. If you guys have any comments or questions or anything we can do to improve on the classes, please just let us know. To Molly by 5, Destiny, yes. Okay. And again, we appreciate you guys tuning in. If you didn't get any of the notes, thank you, Monica. If you didn't get any of the notes, please just rewind. Give me some thumbs up and likes so that I can keep teaching you guys. You can turn it in as whenever you want. So the sooner the better. I just feel like you go before 5, it's a little easier for her because then she gets a total count. And you guys just make sure that you're completing everything and turning in your assignments. I can't stress how important it is to keep a binder full of all your handwritten notes so that when you come back, you can turn those in and have them as a reference for you later on. Yes. Okay. So y'all can take a break for now. We'll do a final roll call at 4 o'clock, and just for now, I'm just gonna let you guys take a little time, and I will come back at 4 for another roll call. If you want to just time out at 4, that's fine. I'll give you guys a chance to work on this. If you have any questions, feel free. I'll be checking the live chat periodically, so feel free to ask any questions. Okay. Thank y'all. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I really enjoy doing the lives with you guys. Thank you, Kimberly. My namesake, Kimberly. Yes. Okay. So you don't have to actually do a roll call right now. You can just kind of chill. All right. Hey, everybody. Okay, so what I'd like to do before we sign off, I'm just going to kind of go over the words. I'm not going to do the definitions again, but just in case you guys didn't get the worksheet, I noticed some of you in the live chat were saying that you were not able to get the worksheet or your email. So what I'm going to do is just go over the words, the vocabulary, really quickly, just for those of you that don't have the worksheet, and then you guys can turn this in, okay? All right, so again, I'm just going to do the words, not the definitions. If you need the definitions, you can replay the live so that you get all of that, and I'm going to spell those out for you. Try to do this as easily as possible. Hopefully you guys can see my handwriting and you can see me. Okay, so the first word was onychosis, which is any condition, disorder, or disease. So you're going to need to know that word. Any disorder, disease, condition of the nail. Oni is the technical term for nail, or onyx is the next one. Onyx is the technical term for nail. That's going to be your number one. So I'm going to one. And then number two is going to be etiology. You'll need to know the definition of that word. It's a study of the cause of disease. Number three is irregularity. And this is when we're talking about conditions or disorders of the nail, right? Number four, we're getting into our nail diseases, is onychomycosis, okay, ringworm of the blank. Number five, for those of you that were late, again, we're just going to do a little quick recap. Tinea mannis. Okay, that's tinea. Tinea is the technical term for ringworm. All right. Number six is Tinea pedis. Number six was Tinea pedis. Number seven is Paramecia. Number eight is onychoptosis. Number nine is onychia. Number 10, Annika Trofeo. Hopefully you can read my handwriting. Number 11 is Annika Lysis. And that's going to do the last of the nail diseases. Give you a chance to write those down. Again, if you're late, just write these down. You'll find the definitions. You're going to turn your work in at 5 o'clock. I do believe it is to Molly. Okay. So we're going to go into the nail disorders. So those were your nail diseases. I'm going to recap the disorders again. I'm only giving you the words and not giving the definitions. I give the definitions in the first half of the video. So I'm going to go ahead and give you just the words so that you can look them up if you were late or if you're behind. So we're at number 12, and that's going to be blue nails. And it's perfectly fine to write down the causes if you want to just kind of jot down for your own memory or for your own just the causes, whether it's systemic, excuse me, or environmental. Blue nails, when you see the word blue, just remember it's like a poor circulation, so it's probably something internal. All right, number 13. Corrugations. Number 14 is Coleonychia. Coleonychia. Spoon nails, concave nails. Number 15 is going to be furrows. And remember, you don't want to get corrugation and furrows confused with each other because they're two different. I will give you a hint. One is vertical, one is horizontal. Number 16 is Annika Trofeo. Number 17 is Annika Trofeo. Annika Trofeo. So this is GRY, this is CRY. So grip and crip. And this one has a T. So this is posis and this is T. So you don't get those confused. And they look very, very similar. So make sure you have the right definitions for each one. Number 18, Melanin Akia. Melanin, darkening, so you know that means pigment. Number 19 is Coxs. That's going to do for our disorders. Corrugations are horizontal, Miles. They're going to be wavy ridges across. All right. So now we're going to do the last few, and those are going to be our nail conditions. So number 20 was ag nail. also known as a hangnail, and it's actually a split cuticle. 21 is a bruised nail. 22 is going to be leukonychia. Twenty-three is pterygium. Oh, that's a Y. Sorry. 23 is pterygium. 24 is onychophagy. Excuse my little messy handwriting, but that is a G. And then last one is number 25. And that's going to be onychorexis. Onychorexis. So hopefully you guys were able to get your email or access your email to download the sheet that you were given. If not, it's okay. Just compile your notes. That's really and truly going to be better for you in the long haul. As you can see, I write everything down. These are all my notes. So just like you guys who don't want to write down notes and stuff, I have to do this for you guys every day. So these are my handwritten notes that I have to make sure that I do so that I understand that I'm giving you the right information. So even if you turn something like this in, it's perfectly fine. Okay? Yes. You're welcome, Destiny. So hopefully you guys are having a great day today. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you guys are staying safe and staying in. Now it's a little bit early. It's 3:45, but you guys have the time to finish your sheet and remember to turn that in. And they are really, really looking for you guys to come back soon. Hopefully, I am looking forward to you guys coming back soon. Everyone needs to stay safe and stay in. Miles, thank you so much. Thank you, Brenna. Let's go ahead and do a final roll call for now. You guys will get your time for your participation. Yes, 2 to 4. It's 3:46, so I'm just going to leave it on, but if you want to just wait a little bit and do your final roll call. Thank you, JoJo. I hope I was able to give you guys a lot of good information, and hopefully it was quick and painless. This chapter is kind of interesting, but it's also a lot of fun to teach. Please make sure that if you didn't see the whole video, you rewind and get all the notes and the definitions. Okay. Thank you, Tabitha. Bye, you guys. Thank you, Allison. Yes. And thank you to Gracie and Joanna for writing in those definitions and helping me out, because this is a team effort. We all have to pitch in and work together. It's just one of those things we have to just hang in there on. But I feel like any minute now we're going to be back together doing our thing. So yes. All right. Well, if you guys want to, you may finish working on your assignments. If you guys want to go ahead and put your roll call in, please do that. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Thank you, Gracie. Bye, Promise. Bye, Lindy. Bye, Rihanna. I miss you guys.